Hello and welcome to the Blackout podcast where I get to talk to amazing people that do amazing things. I'm so happy my friend is back to the studio again.
Yeah.
Mr. Nahom, thank you so much for everything you did. And now you are actually, you've always been giving back, but now you are doing it in a very structured version. It was great to come to that event. Thanks for, the food was amazing. I went around 3 times. So if you went to the events, the cultured events, and you didn't get food, I'm to blame.
I didn't even get the food.
I'm to blame. But also, you're now running the culture design studio. Thanks for coming back to the podcast today.
First of all, it's a pleasure to be back, and it's a lot has changed since last time I came here.
Yeah.
A lot. For the best and for the worst, but looking at the positive aspects, it has been really a growth-filled year. 2024, 2025, yeah, it's been pretty hectic, but pretty cool year. So first of all, I was really glad you could have joined us. You could join us at the community event, and I was hungry a little bit, but but the main thing is to serve. So as long as you had a good time, amazing time, then that's what counts.
So for people that didn't come to the event, what was the event, and tell me a little bit about it.
So the event was a part of a grant we got, where we applied for a community project based, and for this one, the one we got, we aimed for newcomer artists in Halifax and helping them, get the skills, get the resources, and get the experiences they would need to become an established artist in Halifax. And as an artist, especially a newcomer, when I came to Halifax, I had to do a lot of running around, a lot of researching, a lot of knowing where is where, but also, what's your experience like as well, and how you could, share this experience you had into your work, because it is part of your journey. So it was more or less also articulating their experiences within their own unique value, unique perspectives and unique styles. Because we didn't want to put a specific art style and be like, you have to do this, or
right.
It's just the workshop helps artists to give them a theme to focus on, and the theme was the newcomer's journey to Halifax or anywhere. And these 2 workshops, we did those presentations and facilitation, and then the community event was
why it's all the food.
Yes. So that was a way to give them a chance to showcase their artworks.
Yeah.
Because one of the things also I realized, to become a professional artist, to get grants or to get opportunities, you have to have an exhibition, and usually the first obstacle is finding the space or the opportunities to use that experience. So I was like, damn, I have to actually have my works in an exhibition to do these things. But anyway, it's been now I don't have to face that hurdle as much anymore. So this workshop, the community event, would gave them a chance to showcase their artwork in a really nice setting, with music, with food, with professionals in the arts here in Halifax. So it's just opening a door for them to explore the possibilities of what they can do.
No, man, and I need good food too. I need good food. But I gotta say, you actually mentioned something that I experienced firsthand, because you can apply for the grant, but you have to have something. But most times can't really have someone to show without the grant. It's like chicken and egg situation.
Very chicken and egg.
Anyway, but the event was great. One thing though, you explained it, and I want you to kind of walk me through it again. There were these threads from their artwork in the exhibition. Do you want to talk a bit about that?
So yeah. So we so Macarena, Claudia, and I, we went to the art gallery of Nova Scotia. So we were it was one of our first meetings. We were chatting, and we're just trying to explore the theme of a shared journey. So we're trying to find a way to how would the participants in the workshops get to exhibit their work, like their final artwork. How would it be? How would it mean? How could we show that these stories are interconnected? So I forgot the show at the time, but there was some threads, like very simple threads in the gallery. So we were like, oh, this is interesting. We could connect these threads, each of our participants' threads, because each of the artists came from different parts of the world. So on face value, they they have different stories, but you might not see the similarities between each participant's story. But by choosing the colors of what emotions they tell, whether red is like anger or if blue is like melancholy or things like that, we can get to connect the threads with each artist's artworks. So someone gets to connect with whoever they feel like resonant with after they see the artwork. So they first have to paint the painting, and once they do, they look at it, they observed, and okay, this is what this artwork that they see from someone else. This is how it makes me feel. So they connect their artwork to their artwork, and then the other person does the same thing. So that whole thread was, how each of the artists get to express how they felt.
Yeah, I loved it. And I'm gonna copy it because I saw that, and then just a few weeks after I went to a thing. And I'm like, I'm gonna copy this thread thing, but I love how people did. So let's say we talk, right? And then there's a board with photos. So because I've talked to you, I'll connect a thread from myself to you. And if I've talked to somebody else, I'll connect my thread to that person. If they talk to me, they can connect to me. And you can kind of see all these connections. And I think that's one way of forming community. And yes, it was a community event, but it was literal communities being formed there. Because from that event, like I met other people. Like I've been in Halifax for a while, but I love how when you go to somewhere and met someone you've never met before, even though Halifax is really small, So thank you so much for that event. And wait, another thing. How did they select the artists?
So it was open for everyone.
Oh.
So whoever get to apply, they basically caught it.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was
open,
man, you know what? We need, like, I understand, you know what? You can have two ideas or two beliefs at the same time. Like, I believe or understand why there are competitions, but also believe that it's okay to just find the funding and just make all the people do all the things. Like, sure, the competition will show them, like, in real life, when you're out of this program, you have to hustle, you have to compete.
Right.
But also, they are not out there yet. They are not established yet. They've not done stuff yet. So why can't you just like find the funding and make them do all the things? That's kind of where I'm at now. Like, okay, I've done this, like, I don't know, many years now. I know one or two things, but there are people that don't know zero. Like, they know maybe just one thing. Come, learn, show your stuff, and then like kind of navigate the thing. Because what I'm trying to do now is be the person I needed in my life years ago.
Yeah.
For more people. And that's what your events like made me. I was like, okay, cool, I need to do this thing. So let's talk about Cultural Design Studio, because man, fuck, I don't like being in front of the camera. This is the only thing I do in front of the camera. And all I do is I'm asking questions. I love asking questions, but just talking to the camera, I hate that shit. But you're natural at it. The video you put on your LinkedIn, I was like, salute, man. I know you did it for like a different social media, and then you put it on LinkedIn, but it's on LinkedIn, I saw it. I was like, okay. Let's talk about Culture Studio. But before we get to Culture Studio, let's talk about that video that I saw on LinkedIn.
All right. So first of all, I might look natural, but it's my first time properly doing a promotion video like this. A promotion though.
Wow.
So it was like a gradual step where, okay, I had the chance to be the 2025 Atlantic Film Festival's ambassador. So I did a voiceover for that one. So not necessarily talking to the camera, but there's another video that I did talk to the camera, but that was like on the spot as much. So I didn't have to rehearse, or I had to kind of speak it on the spot. So it took a little bit of adapting to it, but I still have to be honest that I'm not that comfortable speaking on the camera.
No.
I'll be honest. No, it is honest. I'm an honest person. At least I try to be, but I do not feel comfortable, and I'm still getting the use of it. And the thing also is that we have to step out of our comfort zones.
That's right.
And now media and everything now really is video based. It's not like an image where I could hide behind my artworks anymore. So so I have to like confront that reality that I have to adapt as well.
Yeah.
And if it's the only thing I'm still debating about is if it's promotions, then I'm okay with it. But I would love to share my thoughts, my perspectives on different cultures, stories. But it's a really dilemma where it's again, there's already a lot of content creators, but of course there's a space for new content creators who get to share something new, a new perspective. But at the same time, I feel conflicted that I might I might not be as truly artistic or creative if there is an audience that I have to speak to all the time in terms of telling stories and telling. There's a sense of responsibility, yes, but that's not the scale. It's just at some point, if you seek external validation, then the work starts becoming hollow.
Right.
And it's just such a tricky balance to make. That's why I'm conflicted. I'm open to making videos and content creation, but again, do I really honestly? I feel like selling my soul when I do that. I know it's dramatic, but that's how I feel on content creation. So I'm still debating on that, but on the promotion side, I'm fine.
Okay, because like if you don't get on the thing, people are not going to know the thing exists, right?
Yeah.
So you have to say the thing. And the thing is Culture Design Studio. Let's talk about the thing.
Yeah.
What is the story there? What is Culture Design Studio?
So Culture Creative Studio is a
I call it
no, it's alright. It's fine.
Culture Creative Studio. Yeah.
So Culture Creative Studio is like a studio / design, graphic design, illustration / a kind of cultural consultancy where we get to create design, whether if it's for promotions or for artworks or for animation, but the focus is culturally themed designs that are based in real traditions, cultures that have come a long way, like where they have stories, their own values, their beliefs. So bringing those cultures in a way that preserves them, but also gets to share it with folks that might not be familiar with the culture. So cultures are always there, traditions, but usually they're in their own bubbles or their own units, and it's not really experimental in a sense that's grounded. So it just gets conservative. So it's just the possibility of cross-cultural connection is low because just they're that conservative and we have to protect it. Our culture is dying. But what I offer is being able to tell those cultural stories, truly understanding them, but in a way showing their core and in a creative way that brings curiosity again for newcomers and also just feel represented. So I feel like we live in like an ugly world now, since you can't tell apart a building if it's built in Halifax, if it's built in Toronto or somewhere in Europe or in even Africa, but you can't tell the building. It doesn't tell a story. It's just purely structural functionality. But culture is not necessarily functional. And it's not convenience either. So the design, again, focusing on digital, like poster design, illustration, branding. So it just brings those aspects, those stories, into whatever story you're trying to tell. If it's for festivals, if it's for cultural institutions, or anything that has a cultural story in it, we're there.
Dude, that is really true, because I remember watching a video, and I can't remember who did it, but basically the idea behind the video is that why are things so ugly now? Like everything is all the same, and even logos of companies like is all almost the same type of fonts. It's so modern and stuff. And then contrast that with like, you know, things from even 20 years ago. It's like you don't even have to go 50 years to see that, oh shit, things are just different. And one thing that also came out for me was like there's so much AI crap, all that.
Oh,
And I'm like,
don't get me started.
no, yeah, no, that's where we're going now.
Yeah.
You know, as an artist, a designer yourself, like someone that works with your hands and create all these things you love. Like even if you are working on your iPad or computer and stuff, but you are still putting your own effort to that. What are your thoughts on like now, like make me a banana flying in space, whatever, boom, enter, you know? How do you feel about that?
You know, I would say it's really a cultural war, not a war, but like conflict or some dilemma on convenience. It really comes down to convenience. You know, good things are never come easily, or they don't come right away. It takes hard work, it takes intentionality, it takes love and persistence to get those. Whereas convenience, it's just there, and it doesn't require quality, or it doesn't care about care itself. So when someone uses AI, if it's just for for fun or like for just playing around, it's a free country or a free world. Like let them use it. Even if there's an ethical side of how it's gonna harm the environment and stuff. But just for this argument, at least, for the sake of fun things, let them use it. However, when it comes to representing people or representing an organization, it's, even from capitalistic perspective, there's money involved in here. So if someone sees that you're using AI design, then you don't take your organization seriously if you're willing to use crappy AI.
Whatever. Yeah.
So it's just, is it worth going after convenience if it costs you quality and also professionality and also the good things in life?
And then, like, I guess for me, the other thing that also stands out is that there is this artificialness. Like, I don't know if that's a word, but it just feels not alive, you know? You know, like, it just feels off. And it's not like off by a lot, but it's just like off enough that you're like, something is not right here. That's kind of how I feel about it. But yeah, if it's like, whatever, fun. And you're right also, there's an environmental aspect to think about it. So why did you decide to start cultural creative studio?
I mean, there's a obviously passion element to it. I enjoy creating these stories, and usually like now, like just the more I get to exist in this planet, the more I'm understanding that the things I like and I always wanted after, I never found the words or the thing to describe it and then go after it, because bringing things into word is powerful, and being able to conceptualize and thinking, oh, this thing exists and I can go after, or it just gets in your mind. It just creates a structure beyond the chaos, and you don't think you're crazy. So for that, for the business, again, it's the way I think about it is that wars exist and conflicts. Anyways, struggles exist, and at least my form of fighting against like erosion in terms of beauty is through this business. Like, if I can provide these services in a professional, businessy or cultural or like institution level, in a way that fights off cultural decay or globalization, a globalization that kind of what do you call it? Homogenizes like beliefs or values or just the way we look at the world. You know, if it just homogenizes, then it's more of a loss. So it's my attempt, my way of just fighting against that and being like, no, it's the world is beautiful, and we all have something beautiful to share. And the tagline for the business is like celebrating the beauty in our differences. Like we have to acknowledge that we're different, but there are similarities, and if we can understand, if we can create empathy amongst each other, then you know we can get value from different perspectives and look at the world in a way that we haven't considered, and you know create a more empathetic, understanding world. So art is a very subtle way of shaping this, influencing us. So that's one of the core inspirations.
Okay. I said that you should, you know, because I love your work. If you could showcase some, did you bring anything we could see?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I can't find my. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Let's see some Nahome originals.
All right. So these are some of my latest works. Considering though that in terms of drawing pure illustrations, like just for like not culture studio related, it's been a while because with the running the business and the community event and other programs have like kind of kept me occupied. And also a little bit of lack of discipline, but again, I'm trying to creating a life balance, like
right.
work-life balance. So don't blame me. But
Okay.
So this is one of my favorites.
Oh my God.
So I'm not sure if the camera sees this.
Yeah.
But it's called Sudani Habibti. Basically, it's focused in Sudan, and you know I've never been there. I've never got to experience the culture there, but you know I enjoyed listening to the music, and now seeing what's happening in Sudan with the civil war and all that, it kind of breaks my heart. And it was my homage, or how do you describe it? Again, I have trouble with words, but essentially it's just like, you know, showing how how I see Sudan and like, you know, culturally researching it, and just this is like an idealized version, and again in a way to aim for the ideal, where this is Sudan has so much culture, so much stories behind it, and like peace and harmony is the way to go, and this is just like capturing what that looks like in a moment.
Amazing. Stunning.
This one is
it's so detailed. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, yeah, well,
so
okay.
This is like the spirit of Fado. It's pretty interesting how I watched a video by Mark Manson. It talks about like Portugal, and you know, like in the video it says like, why does Portugal have the most anxious people? But then he was okay. But then he was going through this, you know, the story of Portugal, the Fado, and it was really interesting story in a sense how Fado, you know, captured the Portuguese soul. And I just watching and further researching on the culture there, the Portuguese. This is like my depiction of what that Fado spirit is. I use like, you know, blue and white tile inspired, and there's like Catholic symbolisms.
The cross.
Yeah. So that's, you know, that's what the theme is, and what
the saints. Yo, the details in the wall is wild.
Yeah, it's important. It's part of the tile. Like the Portuguese tiles, they have details, and I had to include it. That would be a disservice if I didn't.
Yo, those details, like I'm having a headache. Just actually talk me through it. Like, I mean, I know once you make one, you can like copy, but that first one, how difficult was it to make?
This one, you mean?
Like the first detailed in the tile, like that, you know.
So the thing is, I didn't get to draw the details.
Okay.
Like I did create it, but then, you know, the beauty of digital art, like, you know, digital drawing tools is like you can repeat the patterns.
Yeah.
So I just got to repeat the patterns, and then just laid it all out there.
It's wild. Okay.
But you know, in my experience in drawing, what I usually get inspired and what I admire about our other artists is that's not how the technique itself, but how they even thought about drawing that technique. Because if someone has created something, you could copy it. It's it's easy, but it's the creation process itself and how they had to compromise, or they had to be like, no, not this detail, yes, or that stylistic choice is what I really admire about arts. And I mean, for this at least, it's hard to describe, like
Yeah, no, it's pretty detailed.
Mm.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Oh, is this a superhero or?
It's everyone, honestly. It could be anyone.
Okay.
So it's a depiction of someone floating, but essentially the core is, at the core, we have the position to transform our experiences.
Mm-hmm.
We might have dark experiences, or very horrible, like things that should have hurt us. That's why it's coming through. But then we have the agency to share that and do it for the good. Get to learn from that.
You take in all these negative experiences, but when you're sending out, you're only sending out the good parts. That's a good way to live life, man.
Yeah.
That's a good way to live life.
This one is for one of my clients this year. So this is for Atlantic Flamenco, for the Seville Spring Fair.
Oh.
So it was really interesting, when I opened the business, this was one of my first client works, and it was about flamenco and getting to learn about it. Okay. I said, and one of the things about flamenco is that there's a lot of polka dots in use, as it was a cultural symbol of rebellion. Because back in the time, back in the time in Spain and Seville, like the Romani people in Seville, they're not recognized. They're just persecuted. So, and they're like being banned. I believe they are being banned not to wear the polka dots because it just showed the culture. So I was like, okay, polka dots and bright colors. This looks like a pop art for me. So so I got to draw her like in a pop art style, but also kind of preserve the flamenco spirits.
Still, okay. Do you want to share one more?
One more. Yeah.
Oh, you saved the best for last.
Yeah. So this is my latest individual original artwork that is not, external commission.
This is just you.
Yeah.
What is the story here?
So, to begin with, I used, the stained glass technique in like church stained glass. So that's why the glowing, the angel figure, and anyways. So this tells a story of, it's just an angel trying to save, like in this sense, like demonic, or like it could be saved, but in reality, not all of us always want to be saved.
Oh.
So the angel's trying to drag him up to heaven, like giving him mercy, like you don't have to live this way, but he's dragging on to the floor, and it looks like he's gonna drop him in there, but he's trying to pick him up. But if he keeps on holding on, then he's gonna end up falling there.
Yeah.
So there's always help. There's always things or people or whatever trying to save us or save ourselves. But if we cling on to the things that don't serve us anymore, then we're gonna lead to our own downfall.
This is why I have you come to the show. We have to do this again, man. Okay. Last time you were here, I don't think I did this, but what is something that happened to you before you were 17 that influences who Nahome is today? Yeah.
It's tough to have a specific memory.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick one.
But I would say maybe collective experiences, like just how, like the way I grew up is that I had exposure to different parts of the world and different parts of different realities. So got to travel with family, got to, coming from Ethiopia, it's it's really a privilege, like being able to see the world and travel, and that exposure, along with being able to see like what reality on the ground, like how people are suffering, how there's so much happening, but also the lavish, the fancy, and whatever, So being able to see all those realities, but also growing up in a way that's we just had what we needed without being really spoiled or anything. That's really shaped the way I now at least see the world and what I want to do and what I'm trying to do. Because if I was in a bubble, for example, I might not understand the reality, what's happening on the other side. So that exposure alone really made me open to learning how we came to be here in this world, and why we're living in the reality that we're living at the moment, where so much inequality, so much injustice, and so much, I mean, it's another conversation, but at least it's my humble way of fighting against that. Again, art is powerful, and with that understanding, with more learning, I am doing my best to fight injustice. Even if it might not be, I don't really protest or anything like that, or I'm still, again, if I don't understand the problem, then I feel like I'm just pretending to fight, so I don't speak out against these problems and everything. So I'm always a learner. I'm always here to understand. But when I understand, then this happens. Like,
dude. Okay. You brought some magic to the studio today, and I'm gonna send you away with a little bit of magic of my own.
All right.
Write a number between 1 and 60. Do not show me. Point to either of the camera once it's done, and then I'll use my magical
1
cards.
to 60, right?
Between 1 and 60.
Yeah.
Pick one, and my magical cards will tell you what the number is. I'm gonna look away, and once you're ready, let me know. Okay. Good to go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can move it because I'll need this space.
Okay.
These are my magic cards. They're gonna tell you they'll tell me what your card number is, but I'll need your help. Your number is gonna be in at least one of these cards, but it might be more than one. So is it here?
In these? Yeah, it's in here.
Is it here? Okay. Is your number here?
It's here.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Is it
it's in here.
Oh, okay. 59?
Yep.
There we go. I've never gotten that high before. Nahom, thank you for all the amazing things you do, and thanks so much for coming back. It's always a great time talking to you on the podcast.
It's a pleasure to be here.